So we have next question, how long does a typical mediation session last, and how many sessions are usually needed?
All right, so there is no definitive single answer to how long you need for a mediation and how many sessions. Like I said a little earlier as well, it would depend entirely on the case and the complexity of the case. Particularly when in absolutely private mediations, the parties do have a little more discretion where they can actually stretch the matter maybe a little longer. The new law does talk about the Mediation Act, I mean, does talk about timelines, and it talks about 120 days within which the mediation ideally needs to be completed. So it is expected that the mediations uh, take lesser time as compared to court cases because they stretch over a much longer period of time. However, to put a very definite uh, and pinpoint and say this is the number of days it is going to take uh, may not be entirely correct because again, like I said, it depends on the nature of the case, the availability of the parties and how the process goes on. So to put a timeline and say, okay, we will call off the mediation because we have completed 120 days when the parties are so close to reaching at a settlement may not be the right thing to do. So stretching the window a little bit in those cases is something that is allowed and is permissible. In the larger picture is to see where the parties are. And if they are coming very close to a settlement, if the parties are willing to go in the process for a little longer as well. That's where you can stretch it a little bit here. But yeah, to very simply answer that question, it would depend entirely on the complexity of the case and what are the layers and requirements of an individual case to decide on how long it will take.
Right, right.